deciding factor
Right.
on what the clear-cut top
Yeah.
X is.
But I mean, we do have a ton of really good players in the Midwest. The only problem is that we, sometimes are about 15, 16 hours away from each other in the same state.
Yeah, and we just don't travel to these other regions where these super big tournaments are. I know, we're trying to bring players to come to us because we're trying to say, hey, we're worth a damn to travel to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what you want. So anybody that's listening to the stream right now that is anywhere out there, if you want to experience a little bit of Midwest hospitality, come out to an event like this so that you can see awesome matches like Ally here and his awesome Mario against the rising star Ned and his ZSS.
Yes, Ned has been a player that I've been keeping on watch a lot recently. The moment I heard that Ned had taken multiple sets off of the Chicago Elite, I was like, all right, who is this kid? Is it a one-time thing?
Yeah.
Is it a fluke? But finally seeing him play in person and kind of just chatting with him just a little bit, I'm like, okay, this kid, he might be the real deal.
Yeah, and please nobody put me on blast for this because I'm trying to make a good analogy here, but he is like the on a much smaller scale, mini Leffen of Chicago. Like we had these elite players like the GGA crew, like Shell, like Akiro, and Ned has so far, been one of the only people to take games and sets and tournaments off of them after everyone was not able to do it. So that's just sort of an analogy to let you know what kind of player Ned is. We all know how good Ally is, and he is showing it right now, putting 73% on Ned, only to 44% of his own.
Yep, and you got to think with Ned, he's still very much in his rookie season.
Yeah.
This is his first season within the Chicago rankings period, and he's already taking names like the Elite Four off. So this kid, he has one of the brightest futures probably of any Chicago player right now.
Right, yeah. I mean, you actually have, he's a part of the youth movement. I mean, you have guys like Atada and his Nest that are doing well. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of youth talent here, and Ned is getting valuable experience against Ally right now. He tied it up for a moment, and then Ally took right back control, very much like Mario always wants to do.
Yep, and Ally doing what Ally does best, and that's throw out multiple up smash until it hits.
Yeah,
because
right?
you're Mario, it's invincible, it's gonna work eventually, right?
Yeah, it's almost like I don't know if you've ever seen the Comic-Con line of the Street Fighter Ken flowchart.
Yes.
Where it's like, throw out Hadouken, did it hit Shoryuken? Like that's kind of how Ally is. He's like, oh, short hop, down aerial in. Oh, did he not block it? Up smash. So. Right now, Ned's fishing a little bit for these grabs. He wants the setup so that he can get a kill. But if anybody's going to know how to block ZSS stuff, it's going to be Ally, who has a lot of experience against the likes of Nairo.
Yeah, exactly. And something I've seen with Ned's playstyle is that he's one of these Zero Suits who very heavily relies on grab. And we've seen him whiff grabs, and then the moment he whiffs it, Ally's instantaneously in there to punish with a grab and try and follow up with something. And that down throw to up air, good stuff by Ned.
He caught it. I don't know if that was necessarily. I think he might have been a couple of percentage points less, maybe with poor DI or something like that, because I didn't think that was going to kill, but it did actually take him off the top of the stage. Ned's still in this at 87%. We all know that Zero Suit can build damage quite quickly off of one grab.
Yep, she's one of those characters with a high damage output, but it's trying to find the kill where she does struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure, she does have that up throw into, or the up air into up B.
And of course the deadly back air.
Exactly, but those are just very few options she has. You have to think, those are kind of like her only options occasionally.
Yep.
So the moment you kind of are actively avoiding that, you are theoretically shutting down all of Zero Suit's kill potential.
Yeah, and we saw it right there. Ally just had to wait for him to whiff on a move. Basically, Ned landed right on top of him, and he hit him with the kill switch. He engaged it.
Yep. All right, and Ned, switching his color to the black Zero Suit, is this a strategy?
No joke, color counterpick is a thing.
I think so. I think when you choose a color, it is like one of those weird hidden values of you as a player, and it's like you just you only perform better when you're playing that correct.
Yeah, like
color.
I can only be Paleface Ganon. Can't do any other Ganon.
Papa Ganon?
Yeah. No, not old Nanningdorf.
Oh man.
It's the one that has the pale face and the red beard.
Oh, that's my color.
Yeah,
good choice.
So right on. So here we're going to Battlefield. I really like this pick. For Ned, the only problem that I'm going to foresee is that Ally's throw combos, which we haven't seen a lot of in this particular matchup right now, but his throw combos will be extended because of those platforms. So it's going to be interesting to see if Ned can dodge those grabs, get some of his own, extend these combos, and use the platforms to help him block Ally's approaches.
Yep. And knowing Ally, probably banned out Town City.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to give Zero Suit any form of advantage with kill setups. And so he says, oh, you take me to Battlefield? Cool. That helps me out just as much as it's going to help me.
Right, yeah. And I also think this might be a comfort pick. I've seen Ned do very well on Battlefield in the past, so that may be playing into it as well. The man just likes this stage, much like JJ Rockets likes Smashfield, and dude will always go there. Ned will oftentimes default to Battlefield. So, but it's not a bad stage for him in this particular matchup.
Yep. And right now, Ally is just asserting so much pressure onto Ned that he's just like forcing Ned into these weird roll situations that kind of just like, oh, I'm gonna panic roll, and then Ally's here is like, oh, cool, grab, down throw, up air, and I'm gonna reach you with an F air. So Ally is just kind of getting into the head of Ned. But that's just one of those things we were talking about. It's where it's like, hey, I'm still new to this whole top level Smash thing. The moment I'm going up against these national level players, it's a little daunting.
Yeah, and of course, and again, that speaks to mental fortitude. You have to make sure that you're not getting in your own head. Like, yeah, you have amazing players here today, but not to say that they're as good as them, but they have the potential in there, and you're going to have to eventually get a signature win in your career against these established top players. Why not here? And that's what you have to have in your head, is that I can do this. Don't be, as you said, don't be daunted. You can do it. And Ned right now is really trying to. He hasn't lost his stock yet, 144%. I mean, it's going to be tough for him to do that. Unfortunately, as I say it, happens again.
Commentator curse.
Why do I even bother?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, man, why do I bother commentating? It's like, hey.
No, I bother commentating because I'm awesome at it. That's why.
All right. But Ally, kind of just like playing around a little bit, playing with his food, saying, hey, I got 86% on me. And I'm just going to force you to approach me, and the moment you mess up, I'm in there, I'm going to grab you, and I'm going to take you 0 to 76.
Yeah, Ally is absolutely suffocating Ned right now. And that's kind of tough because Ned, has experience with people that have great movement and great pressure games from all the people in Chicago, but Ally is just on another level right now.
Yep, and I mean, this is something I'm gonna give a lot of praise to Ned for, is that for being someone who is so new, his neutral is actually super strong.
It is extremely strong. He reminds me, actually, and vice versa, they remind me of each other, is Pawpaw from Wisconsin. Their neutral game is super strong. What they need to work on is their kill setups and their kill confirms, because that is where they are weak. And I think that's something that is going to come with time.
Exactly, and that's being shown right here with Ned, is that he is just struggling to find this kill. Allies officially lapped him 119% to 115. Now it's 130, and Ned's on his last stock. One back throw by Ally is going to secure that kill, or an up smash. Ally Mario totally has a total book of kill options. He's going to find it.
Yeah, you can literally turn to any page of that book and you'll find a kill possibility. So I'm liking Ally here. He's really varying up his recovery. Like we've seen a lot of early upbeats from him, but also he's waiting now on the ledge. He's just doing a lot of interesting things. What he did there, if you're curious as to why he dropped and then caped, is because he was possibly expecting a runoff back air from Ned there. He predicted it, didn't get the read. That being said, not going to matter too much. Even though he lost his stock, gets the JV2, and there goes Ned. So
and Ally spawned, drop down, up smash. What a classic Ally.
Yeah, I like people that call like the down throw to crazy up airs off platforms and you getting kills off that up B on top, like the Ally, quote unquote. That's the Ally.
Yeah,
is
the rawest of up smashes.
Yeah, just this is almost completely safe in almost every situation against this character right now. Why not just throw it out? And he did, and it worked. Yep.
And Ally, with that 2-0 victory over Ned, advances into winter quarters where he will be fighting IQHQ DK Will.
Awesome. I am so excited. I actually met DK Will for the first time at this tournament, and that dude is just awesome. I love his Donkey Kong and all the play. The man makes it look way, way better than he is.